there, Secret.
About my fourth or fifth
Looks like
beer.
we're on the south side of Chicago. Cal Park.
About
Yeah.
to turn into
It's a little
Gremlins,
southern
right?
part city. Chicago southern part.
And where are we at exactly?
Cal Park.
Cal Park? Calumet City?
Yep.
Rainbow Beach, right?
No. Rainbow
These
Beach
guys
is
know where
north.
we're at. I have no idea we were out. So basically, I'm just gonna do this Cal Park that Secret out by where he stays at. You want to show some stuff out here?
Yeah, this is the first. This is the first thing over the state line. The state line's right there.
Okay. And so, you know your way around here? You've been around here before?
I've been out here, yeah. You know,
Oh, there's
me,
the
bro.
beach, huh?
Yeah, I'll be out here.
Yeah, there's
I'll be out here.
There's the break wall out there, the Chicago break wall.
Oh man, that's cool. Is there any way we can get closer to that?
You never been
Yeah,
out
we
here,
can go out
Storm?
there.
No.
There's the
You gotta come
Coast Guard.
back
That's the
with-
Coast Guard station.
Yeah, you got to
Right
come
there.
back out here with Lady Diane during the summer.
Yeah, right.
It's actually really
Yeah,
nice.
you can walk the whole
Oh,
shoreline.
that's nice. I
You
see
guys
the
will
sidewalk.
like this, man.
Yeah. There's a building right there. It's one that I want to show you.
So we're going and heading over here to the museum over here. We're going to check out.
Yes. But
That's
this
what
is.
we're out here for. We're not just driving around. We're showing you guys the outside.
Oh, look, it's almost frozen.
Yeah, there's
huh?
U.S. Steel out there.
Can I get any closer to the water from there?
Yeah, you can go by the boat ramp if you want.
All right,
Take
we'll
a
head
ride. First,
Take you guys for a little ride. How's that?
take a ride here and go by.
I just want to look real quick, man.
There's the building. I
There's
want
where
to
we're
show
going. What?
you. Yeah, we can
No,
go by the
man.
go by
Let's
the
go.
water.
Let's go do this thing.
This
All
is where I
right.
launched
just
my
wanna look
boat
at
at.
the water.
I'll show you.
Oh, man.
This is the Coast Guard
Playing my
station here.
role, man. Love you guys, man. Thanks for supporting us, man.
Right there. United States Coast Guard.
All right. Cool.
Calumet Harbor.
Hey, and plus, we're celebrating the Seeker's birthday today and tomorrow.
Yeah, happy
so
birthday, Secret.
Thank
I'll
you.
be at Gremlin tonight and tomorrow. So. Good luck. Good luck, Storm. Show them that beautiful lake, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's what we came for. All right.
No,
Secret, hang that out the window for a second. This is the song. You know you can see it.
The lake in the middle of winter.
Somebody like you put your finger on something, you know, my wife.
Give us 5,000
Like this, look, Rob. Put your fingers on the screen like this.
5,000 subscribers, and I go polar plunge, man.
You're not running around plunging in nothing. We don't plunge in our videos. We're explorers.
You can see the wall out there.
They just do the same thing as go back in.
There's a foghorn out there.
Let's go check out the.
See it on the end of the wall? I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I think it
I'm turning your heat off. I need that turn. Just try to get in. All right, let's go do that. Let's go to the library.
is. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
It's a little something we're seeing, you know. So anyway, next we're gonna pick up the video. We're gonna go hit that museum, library, and it's right over there. So
You'll be closed because it's so cold.
A lot of people don't get to see the lake.
You know, some 80-year-old lady had to drive there to open it up. No offense. Oh, don't play that shit.
what's up, Tinker?
Yeah, we're in Cal Park on the south side of Chicago. It's a cultural center now. I mean, it's the old community center. It was built like in the 20s, I think,
Really?
man. So
We're gonna find the
think
head.
it's a
We're
cool
gonna
building.
find the stone.
And we're out just kind
And
of doing
it's-
some random, so we decided to stop checking it out.
yeah, and it's a
Something different.
historical
It's something different.
museum.
Usually we don't go to places we got cars in it. But here
But
we
it's
go.
pretty cool though.
You're right. No.
They don't build them like that no more.
No, very cool.
We'll get the outside on the way out.
I'm just gonna get it real quick. I'll tie it all in.
Yeah, on the way out.
Should go around the building on the way out.
It's like this, the auditorium in Gary.
Used to be, used to be a community
Hey,
center.
look at
Did
this.
you see that sauce? Look.
Look at the temperature gauge.
That's cool.
See the
Look up
art?
there.
See the sports? There's another one right there.
That's
How you doing?
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Okay, this one's more clear view. Yeah.
No, this is a great. I mean, I come in here. They had a rocket slide in the park, and I always wondered what this building was. Growing up, finally I came here a while ago. I always told the wife, I'm gonna go in that building someday, and I finally did this summer.
You heard the man.
And finally,
Let's get
man,
in.
I was awed by what. There's a lot of history inside.
Socials. Take pictures of dudes. You guys want to see those pictures he's taken? Go check out his channel. It's not a big one. He doesn't try to do it. He's pretty much still says storm stuff, but he's got his bunch of pictures and everything. And
Oh yeah, this is from
social wreck, man.
I like sharing.
YouTube. You guys know what's up.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Inside the doors.
It's itching. I see trophies, but they're in the case.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's check the crowd. Some trophies. This is different from what we're used to. This is pretty neat though.
That's pretty cool. I'll show you the gyms. I mean, store.
Look at that stuff.
It was 1904 they built this building. Yeah, see, 1904.
Signing in.
Yeah,
Here we are, and would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
My name is Rod Sellers. I am the so-called director of the Southeast Chicago Historical Museum. We are a museum and historical society devoted to the 4 southeast side communities of Chicago. That includes South Chicago, South Deering, the East Side, and Hegewisch.
Okay.
So that's our focus, that's our interest. It's a district that's got a very interesting history. A lot of it tied up with the steel mills that used to be in this area, all of which are now gone. And of course, the unions and the businesses that thrived in an area where the economy was strong because there were a tremendous number of jobs. People came to this area to work. We had a succession of various immigrant groups. You can sort of trace the history of the southeast side by looking at the history of the churches.
It's kind of like a lot of, like maybe Gary, Indiana, isn't
It's
it?
very much
'Cause
like...
we know all the history of, we were
Yeah.
born and raised, by the way, in Gary.
It's very much like Gary in terms of the steel industry. It's like the back of the yards in Chicago, except their main industry was meat packing.
Right,
But
right.
it was a large employer where people came to the area because of the jobs and businesses, and a strong community developed in the area because of the large employer.
And how did this building end up being what it is today? What was it originally?
Well, this building, we are located in the Calumet Park Fieldhouse, which is a facility of the Chicago Park District.
Okay. It's a
the
beautiful, huge building.
Yeah, the park itself was opened in 1904 as a 40-acre park.
Okay, that's beautiful. I'm just
Since that time, the park has expanded to be over 200 acres, approximately 100 acres of that being landfill, created mostly by slag from the steel mill industry. The
Okay.
building is a 1924 building. It was designed by Park District architects, pretty much, but following sort of Daniel Burnham's design for Park District field houses. The building itself is a official Chicago city landmark. It is also on the National Register of Historic Places.
Okay,
And
very
it's,
nice.
it's been around for a very long time. It's a very interesting building.
May I ask you, how did you end up doing what you're doing here?
Well, I was a teacher in local schools.
Okay, which schools would that be?
I taught first half of my career at Bowen High School in South Chicago.
Okay,
And the last half at Washington High School on the east side
of Chicago.
of Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, with all the years were in the Chicago public schools.
Okay.
I taught a Chicago history class.
You're not gonna like some of our old videos when we go through these old Gary public schools that are closed. They just kind of left them to decay.
Oh, sure.
And there's so much wasted resources in there. It's horrible.
That's often what happens.
This is pretty much what we started doing our document. It was something worth documenting before it's all gone.
Sure, and something people refer to as industrial porn.
Industrial
Sort of.
porn.
I
I've
think
never
that's
heard
the way
that
it's
till just
referred to.
now.
The old, the old factories that are still
Yeah.
lying around.
Theaters,
Yep,
all
yep.
of it. So,
Yeah.
What did you get? What do you? I mean, there's a lot. Obviously, there's a lot. As everybody can see, there's a lot to look. Any big centerpieces you would like to that you can point me out to make a good
Yeah, but
video?
before we
can
do
jump
that,
around?
let me just mention that
Okay.
most of our collection, we had a large part of our collection came from a project that Columbia College did in the early 1980s. It was called the Southeast Chicago Historical Project.
Okay.
They collected a lot of materials. They did a couple of exhibits at the Museum of Science and Industry.
Okay.
They did a video documentary called Wrapped in Steel, which is on YouTube.
Okay.
And when the project ended in '84, all the materials went back to Columbia College until the director of the project left Columbia and was looking for a place to store everything they'd collected.
Okay.
So in 1990, we got a huge donation of the materials from the Southeast Project. Most of the gray boxes back here are from that collection. That was the documents. We also got photo collections, negative collections.
Got any favorites? Personal favorite to you?
I mean, there's, within the collection.
Without having to show them. I mean, just kinda-
Within the collection, there's a ton of things. I mean, we've also got other materials that were donated by neighbors.
Okay.
Probably one of the most popular.
And please remind. I'm sorry, I did not sign in yet, but I will.
That's
I want to
fine.
make. No, I want to make sure I sign it.
Okay. One of the things that is really popular is in here, we have a diorama which was done by a model builder, railroad model builder. And this is Commercial Avenue, which was sort of the downtown of the southeast side. This is a representation of Commercial Avenue in 1940.
By any chance, like that old song, "The Night Chicago Died," wasn't that based around that area?
I don't,
And East Side Chicago.
Well,
back in the U.S., were the gangsters and everything kind of?
I don't think it was this
No?
area.
Okay.
No, in fact, most of your general stuff about Chicago often ignores this area. You talk to many Chicagoans, they don't know Chicago has an east side.
Okay.
They say, "What do you mean east side? You must be in a lake."
I don't want to interrupt, but I just wanted to, I don't know if you mentioned Roby. A lot of people don't know what Roby is.
Oh, no, no.
Up in Indiana.
Well, I mean, Roby, Indiana. Roby was the name of a racetrack
See,
at one time.
Okay. Yeah, we could just tell us about there. Nice that they replaced it with the Popeyes and a Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
remember the people that lived there had chickens in their yards when I was a kid.
Roby's claim to fame used to be that they had the smallest post office in the United States. It looked like a closet, not a post office.
Really?
But I mean, like this diorama of Commercial Avenue, it really shows you the change in the neighborhood.
Okay.
The end part here, which is 92nd and Commercial to South Chicago Avenue, of this whole block, it's not actually a full block, but of this whole area, it's only 3 buildings still standing.
Is that right? Which one of do you know which one of those
The
three
one
are?
on the corner, which was and I think still is a cigar.
This one?
No, on this side. I'm talking this side of 92nd.
Oh, okay. This
So the
side,
corner building, the little gray one there,
right there.
that's still standing. South Chicago Bank is standing, although it's probably 4 or 5 names removed from South
Is it
Chicago
abandoned,
Bank.
or is it
It's
being
still a
used?
bank. It's still open.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact name of the bank right now,
Very neat.
And then the building over here where it says Roma's Restaurant, next to a White Castle.
Oh, is that the White Castle?
Yeah, which is gone, of course.
Okay.
Everything else is gone, but that building is still standing.
Okay.
It's kind of an interesting, I'll tell you one of my favorite stories of this museum. I was in here one afternoon working, and a guy came in, and he happened to be slightly inebriated. And he walked over, and he was kind of staring at this, and he says, "Your White Castle's wrong." I said, "What do you mean White Castle's wrong? It was right next to Roma's." He says, "Yeah, but the door was on the other side. Our model, the door is as you face it on the left-hand side." I says, "Well, how do you remember that?" He says, "Well, I used to drink in Lombardi's Tavern, which was right there. And then I would roll around the corner and roll right into the White Castle. Later on, we found a picture of the White Castle, and sure enough, the door was on the other side."
Good story.
So,
All right. Well, let's get a look around here. And
I started to say that a lot of our collection came from the Southeast Chicago Historical Project. The bulk of the collection, other than that, comes from donations by residents.
Okay.
Just average people recognizing that old things have a historical value.
absolutely, we're all about that.
Yeah,
we love that. We
and
love
so
it.
we get donations on a regular basis.
We get to some of these old buildings that we get into.
Yeah.
It takes you back. You just think of how it looked. You can
And-
see it's so majestic, and now
Right.
it's
Well,
like
Gary's a great example of that.
oh man, this sure is. Okay, well, thank you for all that information. I'm gonna walk around, take a little video of it, and
Okay.
we'll see you on YouTube.
Any questions? Give me a holler.
We will make sure we do that, and I'll
right.
see you before we leave.
All right,
And make sure I sign in the book.
right.
All right, boys. Get back to the boys. We've seen one of these in the Gary Abandoned buildings. Remember? Look, Butch. So, look at my feet. We found one of these in the Gary Public School buildings. It was that same thing.
You're on the river. Pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Commercial Avenue was like Broadway in Gary.
Yeah.
My dad told me that the that's the old Goldblatt's. Right when he seen it, he said, "That's got to be Goldblatt's," and it is.
Yeah.
He said either he came living in Whiting, he came here, or he went to Hammond. Hammond downtown had a Goldblatt's too.
Nice.
So they take your pick, either Commercial Avenue
Anybody remember this stuff?
or Block and
This-
Tackle.
Look at that. Look at that table. Look at that table.
Wow, that's a big table.
What is that?
St. Florian School Athletic Club.
This place is amazing. Man. Look at this smile. I smiled
You are
that much.
smiling. This is- Okay, Moose Cholox. Alexander. This is a rustler. Was he a rustler? Yeah, Moose Cholox.
Yeah, he was from the south side
Alexander
of Chicago.
donated to the East Side Museum, Cal Park.
He owned the bar right down the street here.
Okay. Is there pictures of him? Oh, here he is. There you go. Look, there's a picture of him right there. There we go. Look, there he is wearing it right there.
Yeah, he used to wear it in the ring. There's a picture here. He wore it in the ring. It's pretty cool that it's here. There's his bar. It was right around the corner by the bridge by 95th Street.
There he is wearing it.
But they tore the building down now.
And here it is.
That's cool. Huh?
Yeah, that's very cool.
Look how big it is. I mean, that thing had to weigh a ton.
I love these old pictures.
Yeah.
These are very cool. They're very ghostly. Look at all this stuff. There's so much to cover here, people. You got to come out and see it. I do highly recommend it. Look, there's no way we can go through even half of this. So I'm going to try to show you guys a little bit. I got 11 minutes. I'll give it.
There's the river. And in the beginning of your video, here's that break wall that the foghorns out here.
Right.
That we were just taking a picture of on the lake. It goes all the way to shore over here. And
That
there's
craft shipyard up over.
there's Calumet Harbor coming in to the river, and Lake Calumet's over here, and then it breaks off to Calumet.
Nice.
You know, by your house, the ditch, and
Yeah.
Little Calumet Harbor, and Little Calumet River. Yeah, I'm not.
Look at all the baseball teams.
Yes.
This is what they should have done with all this stuff in Gary.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
take a real big building and put it all in
Steel
there.
town things and everything.
Yeah.
The schools, everything.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do, Storm.
I guess nobody else is gonna do it. 1929. Check out those. So you guys want to get millions of dollars to play football and be padded up? Check out them. You
Yeah.
did it for free.
Yep. Bang their heads together.
Get hit in the head with that ball.
Yeah, look at these
Bunch
cool
of trophies.
That's cool, ain't it? Look at
Yes, it is.
1931. Look at that. That's when trophies are. Slide in. That's a bar right down the street.
Very cool. Very cool.
Victrola.
Yeah.
Look at the old Chicago cop. I remember them when we were kids.
On East Side Chicago.
Yeah.
Back in the USA.
Look, it looks like Gary.
A lot of this looks like Gary.
Yeah, right?
In better condition where it's been preserved more.
Steel
I
mills.
know how sad I get when I go do those videos. I see stuff laying around, trash. It sucks. It sucks, man. That's all there is to it.
When you were going through your school, I couldn't imagine my school.
It's the worst feeling. You can't even describe how it feels. Look at this. All the stuff that we find like this. See that?
Yeah.
What a missed opportunity.
Stop sign,
Yeah.
I mean, the old street light. I mean, I remember those when I was young. Look at what does it say? Oh, between 91st Commercial and Newman. Yeah. I know, that building there looks cool,
All of it does.
I was coming out the bathroom and some older lady was like, Joe. So I turned around to look and she's like, you're not Joe? I'm like, I didn't want to say, well, that Joseph is Jose is my middle name. And she's like, you ain't Joe? I'm like, no. She's like, you look just like him.
You do look like
Did
Joe.
Joel do something wrong?
I don't know. I'm sorry. It was hilarious.
You're hilarious.
Here's the state line marker. We're not far from it. We can go check that out. They put it up again. That's the old Edison plant, the old power plant.
Nice.
They tore it down. Put up a data center.
I just boogie through it,
All
man.
your old records.
There's a gymnasium over there.
Yeah.
That's a good chance. Maybe I got my picture.
I like
That's how you get out the picture, huh?
You guys ain't right. All right, let's go check out the gymnasium. I got to sign the book and thank my man
Steve
again.
would be mad when he missed this.
He can come in. He can bring the kids out here.
Yeah, you can come here on Thursday.
Peg wish.
Oh man, that'll look awesome on my jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, it would. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, this is cool,
You
too.
know what that one is?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a rebel
That-
and
That is a
lion.
cool color, though. That's like the San Jose Shark color.
Get it for me, bro. Then you could be a full-fledged smoker.
Yeah, these panels are all set up, one for each community that we cover.
How'd he do? All right? The interview went okay?
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna go check out the gymnasium.
Look
and,
at those.
we'll sign the book. But once again, I'd like to thank you. Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if you can get in there because they got gymnastics going on
Oh, really?
upstairs.
Okay.
But upstairs, they have 4 murals that were done by Thomas, why can't I remember his name? But they were done in the 20s. A lot of people think they're WPA murals, which are Depression era government funded, but they were earlier. Tom Lee is the guy's name.
Okay.
He's actually from Texas, but he was studying in Chicago at the Art Institute under an Edward Norton when he did those 4 murals. They're
Okay.
large murals on the walls. They relate to the Native American and French early history of the community.
That sounds good. I'm gonna go
If you
check
get a
those out.
chance,
then.
if you get a chance to do it, the gymnastics sometimes they're a little funny about people coming in.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
we
can
thought
get
if
in,
we
if
empty.
nothing, maybe they're on a break or
Right.
something.
If we can,
But
we can. If not,
at
it's
least from the
still-
doorway, you can see what I'm talking about.
Right. Now, if I wouldn't be able to get in this part, I'd have been upset. We got it. Sir, thank you once again.
bet.
And we'll see you on YouTube, all right?
Okay.
Hey, tell them to hit that like and subscribe.
Pardon me?
Say, can you tell the people out there to hit like and subscribe for the Steel City Storm?
Okay, Steel City Storm, go for it.
Get it out. Thank you, sir. We're going to sign the book and get on out of here.
Look at all the
He come right to the point.
all the merit
All right.
badges.
Hey, we're going to go check out the murals.
Hey, sign, man. Look at who signed, bro. was just looking.
Yeah, we just want to look at the building. That's all.
Don't worry, I'm just saying you play pickleball here on Saturdays.
I have no idea what that is.
You're more than welcome to come join us.
What is it?
It's kind of like a cross between tennis and ping pong. It's like the ball's plastic.
Huh, a new one, huh?
You play 2 against 2. It's a lot of fun. It's
Okay.
really good exercise, and it's can get quite competitive.
So
actually.
that you putting that net up?
Yeah, putting that up. That's only about this high.
Okay.
Do you mind if we film for a second? Look around?
Yeah, come on in.
Okay, we have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, no worries.
We usually do urban exploring, but we're out this way, and he lives out. He's like, "Hey man, you gotta check out this
Where are you
building."
guys from?
Well, we're from Gary. He's from
Oh,
Whiting.
okay, yeah. I'm from the east side of here. So.
Okay. Now we have the Still See Storm channel. Give him a card.
Yeah, I was telling them about the building and the historical.
Yeah, this is
society.
all.
We usually do the ones that are decayed and nothing left in them and everything like that.
That's
So.
up. That's open upstairs. Go upstairs and check it out.
Awesome.
Do you know anything about?
Rocket slide in the park?
Yeah, that was a kid when that
Yeah,
happened.
me too. Yep.
Okay. Well, here we are. It's at the gymnasium.
Cool, ain't it? It's an old gym.
Okay.
Look at the
Alright.
old heating system.
Well, let's go check it out upstairs, man. Looks like it'd be cool.
See, that wing there, Paul, this is the women's side. That's a women's gym on that side.
Gotta be right.
We gotta go through the boys' locker room.
Check it out.
No, it's probably out here.
Let's go figure it out.
Hey, thank you. How did we get upstairs?
Where are the stairs
Go
at?
turn left and then go up the stairs. Right there.
Thank you.
Go right here. It's open. Go left and then walk.
Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Just start going out right now. Turn left.
Okay.
Turn left. See the stairs? See the doorway?
You got it, Rob?
Yeah, go up there, bro.
Okay. Hey, thanks again. Really
No
appreciate it.
worries, come back in a second. I'll show you the pickleball.
Okay.
All right. Just talking to people, isn't it?
There's a house over here that
Hey,
has walls
you
that
gotta
are
go
like
play
20 inches
pickleball.
thick. Huh?
You got invited to play pickleball.
Pickleball? Is that what it was?
I hope you said pickleball. I want pickleball. Boy, it's warm up here.
I like it up here. Remind me of it.
Oh, look at that.
You know what's in my jeans?
Panama.
Wow, this is pretty impressive. Look at even on the inside, man.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably stone from Lake Michigan.
Luke's got a couple fractures in it.
They probably
Oh,
There.
yeah. Oh no, you see them throughout. They sealed them up though. They ain't doing how we're used to. Hey, how different is this for you to seeing what we usually see?
I don't even know what to say. It's weird. It's weird.
It's a cool building.
Look
though,
at this
isn't
is what's up. Activities for the whole winter.
For the kids and everything.
Yeah.
People who don't want to be sitting around the house.
Yeah, I love these old gymnasiums with the cage.
You come sit down.
You know?
Makes me feel a little weird. I don't like heights, man. It's just weird.
Whiting inside is cool. So I kind of like the track above
Here's
the
the-
gym. Man,
Trying to look for the little details in it, you know?
heavy duty.
Yeah, this is heavy duty. Look at this. Ugh.
Graffiti and shit out.
And this is a happy exploring day, man. Tomorrow's gonna be rotten, but today's a happy one, man.
I think it's pretty cool.
They must have been jumping out the windows. This must have been during the black crash or something.
That's so nobody falls through.
So what is, overall, what you think?
People come up here and look
So
at
Different.
far, so
Something
good,
we don't do
man.
all the time, huh?
Hey, look at those dolly things.
And it's only open to everybody, just before I forget. It's only open on the first Saturday of every month, right?
I took a picture of it. I put it on the Steel City Storm
sure we
Facebook
advertise.
page. If you don't know, then that's your fault for not checking in.
Man, what are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? You didn't watch the storm.
There you go.
Social
You
ride.
guys go downstairs and check out the train layout yet?
It's open on Thursday.
What is it?
Train layout downstairs?
No, is that open?
I don't know. Go check it out.
Yeah,
It might be-
downstairs.
All
The,
right,
the
well-
guy has a model train. Someone told me.
Set up.
Go to the bathroom right there, and then go down the stairs right there.
Yeah, we usually see the maintenance guy. You know, and he shows me around, you know. But he says it's only open a couple days a week.
Sometimes they have open house on Saturdays, but there might be some guys down there running trains.
I love.
The whole bottom floor is the maintenance guy told me, is a model train that they built that runs.
This is very cool that we get to get in a building that actually looks like it did back when it was going.
Yeah,
This is preserved history, man. This is such a shame.
This is dope.
It's such a shame that everybody can't do this.
That they're still doing it. Yeah, right. They're still using it. That's what they use, huh?
You just kind of
Hey, what is this called
hit
now?
pickleball. Just kind of hit it to yourself a little bit. Just kinda,
Wow, that's hard.
yeah, so I mean, that's not giving you the real feel of it, but
Right.
and what?
So what do
It's
you
called
try?
pickleball.
Hit it over the net hard,
Yeah, you
hard
gotta
as you
serve
can.
underhand always, and then
score electronically?
no, it's just a paddle.
It
Why-
it don't look like a ping pong.
No, you always serve underhand, and then you play doubles usually. There's singles, but
Never heard of it.
2 against 2, it's fun.
Never heard of
When you get close to the net, you can go pretty fast, you know. Come back if you want.
it. Two
Oh,
against
absolutely.
two, huh? Hey,
Yeah.
thanks a lot.
Thank
for
you.
info.
Have a good day.
How do we get down there?
May or may not be open.
Yeah.
Sometimes the phone doesn't meet, you know.
What did you see?
Are you recording everything I say?
Oh no, no. Do you want me to?
No.
Okay. Here, I'm cut right now. Actually, we didn't already have filmed that much, so he has to not be filmed. But we're going downstairs to kind of aim this in the right direction. And that's the end of this video. So everybody,
I think we just got pickleball.
Thanks for nothing.
that's how you play pickleball.
Pickled my balls, all right.
We're out of here. See you guys next round.
I gotta go look at the outside of the building. How about the girl gymnasium? Can you get on that side? I don't know. You gotta go to the girls' locker.
Without filming, I just gotta do it myself, you know.
You need to, yeah,
Hey, that dude didn't want to talk, but he sure had a lot to say. You know?
yeah. Check that out, man. He didn't want to be on camera, but he sure.
A lot of people are like that, though, you know.
He sure looked you up.
You gotta respect that, though, you know.
He said, oh, they got some.
Yeah, but he doesn't know it's your right to film anything in public.
Well,
But I
that's
know.
our respectful way of.
I know.
Because other people see it like, oh, I see how they are.
You know what
Yeah,
this
well,
reminds
you
me
did it.
of, Paul?
Huh.
I mean, Storm?
What, Ron? I mean,
Yeah.
Rick.
The concrete building, bro.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Portland Cement Company.
Yeah, but this was poured like that, I think.
Hell, who knows? It could have been by them.
No, it just reminds me of
Yeah,
it
this
for
is-
some reason.
please
Because
don't
it's
record.
beautiful,
That's
bro.
because of that.
Because it's beautiful. That's why.
Because look at how hard that would be to do.
Now this will be the girls' gymnasium side.
Yes.
That's why we got suckered into going over here. That's why we got over here, didn't
Is it nice?
he talked us into going because the girl side was over here. He wanted to see it.
Oh, I want to see this gymnasium side. Look at that. I found you another
Thumbnail.
thumbnail.
There it is, right there.
Stop, man. Man, get out the way, man, so you can get a thumbnail.
Let me get underneath that gymnasium.
What?
Pickleball up there?
No, that's badminton.
That's pickleball.
We got pickleball though. That dude pickleball is trying to get us down those steps, man. Come on now. Don't play that. We keep it raw, y'all.
I don't think you can get any more raw in pickleball.
I know, and I got pickleball. Hey, look at there's. the
I thought he said
gymnasium right
tickleballs
there,
for a
bro.
minute.
Look at there it is.
I thought you said tickleballs, and you said, oh, cool,
You
cool.
can see it's another gymnasium.
Sir, if you
we
watch
can't
it,
go in there because they got
Sir.
girl gymnastics, so we respect that.
Yeah.
and sir, if you watch this video and there's that guy in there, we're just messing. We're just busting your balls a little bit. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. We're not
It's
being
funny. I never heard of it.
We just never heard of pickleball, and Social
Yeah.
took. I thought he said tickleball for a minute, and I was like, I don't want to play that.
You learn something every day, right?
Yeah, I don't want to play tickleball.
Sometimes it's fun though.
It's fun. I've done it before. Hey, tickleballs are fun, man. I know I played them.
Come on, man. I'm
We'll see you guys next
I
time.
got a role to play.
Pickleball?
Hey, we'll go tell the other guys about it.
Nobody wants to play pickleball with me? Where you guys going? You guys sure you want to play pickleball?
The other crew can play pickleball. That'd be a cool back porch. Imagine that for your back
This would be a
porch.
cool mansion if you just want to buy it and turn it into a home.
Right? That'd be dope, bro. Club on that side, a casino on that side.
Anything you want.
That'll be good right there, bro. Yeah, that's bad. How many times I drove by this and never even, you know, didn't even, you can't drive
Amazing.
by it, so I never really seen this
Let
side.
me get up out of here.
I give this to Steve, he'll be happy. Give this to Steve.
I got one too.
No, I got it first,
Okay.
man.
All right, well, I'm just saying.
Remember, Steve, I got you one first, man.
You know what?
I can get
I didn't
him
want
on
to go there, but look, brother, I love you more. I got 2 of them for you, man. Don't take his, take mine. Man, I got 3 of them for you, man. Look.
At two.
All right, boys, let's
We're
wrap
on the
this thing
south
up.
side. Let's stop by the bridge over here. It's not far. It's around the corner. I don't care what we do. Let's just do it.
I'm hungry.
There's a hot dog
There's a
stand.
fish place right next to the bridge.
Yeah, there's a fish place next to the bridge, and we're gonna go right past Skyway Doghouse. And I'll show you where the guy's holding up the corner of the building. You gotta see that. That's a
Seen
good
that,
explorer's shot. Let's do it.
You guys heard him. We're out of here.
See you in a bit.